Hi everyone, I'm Zoe from Thompson's Road Physio. Today we're going to do a nice little 20-minute mat workout. It's going to be whole body, it's going to be nice and quick, so you want to make sure that your technique is really sound throughout. If you feel like you can't keep up or there's anything that doesn't feel quite right, I'll offer you some alternatives throughout the video. If not, just stop what you're doing and wait for the next exercise. Alright, so we're going to start with some squats. So with our squats, we're going to take our feet about hip width apart and we're going to squat back like there's a chair behind us. So when we sit our bottom back and we reach our arms nice and long in front of us. So you're going to keep sitting back. We got about 10 of these. As you sit back, just have a quick look down at your knees and make sure those knees are tracking behind your second toes. I've got about 4 more of these to go. Keep reaching your arms nice and long. That'll help you keep your spine long and make sure you're moving from the hips. And 1 more. And come all the way back up. Take your weight over to your left leg and then lift your right leg up. From here, we're going to step back and then bring that leg back through. 10 of these to go. We're working on some single leg balance. And we're getting those glutes nice and warm. Let's do 3 more on this side. All right, and rest that leg, swap to the other side. Reach your left leg out forward and step it back. Whoop. Don't lose your balance like I did. Keep checking in on your standing leg and make sure that knee is nice and in line. 3 more. 2 and 1. All right, so we're going to do some side stepping now. So you're still going to lift your leg up, but this time instead of stepping back, we're going to step out to the side and bring it forward and out. Take your time, make sure you're getting that nice single leg balance. Three more. And last one, bring that leg through, step it down, swap to your other leg, and step. It's all about that control on the single leg. And you can hear it in my voice. You can get out of breath doing this. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, we're going to combine those 2 movements now. So we're going to go a little bit quicker. We're going to do what's called a skater. So standing on one leg, lift the other leg up and just come down into a tiny little squat and hold it. From here, your other leg's going to just drive out to the side. So it's in and out, nice and quick. And you're just staying nice and still on your other leg. We're going to do a couple more here. We'll aim for 20. Last 5. 3, 2, 1, and swap. Strong in that standing leg, bend down and skater. Now, if you can here, try and bend down a little bit more into that knee, making sure you keep it nice and aligned. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Give your legs a little bit of a shake out. We've got one more thing here. We're going to do some arabesques. So, continuing on with our single leg theme, let's stand on one leg. Let's lift the other leg up. From here, we'll kick that leg back behind us. Straighten out, lean forward, and then pull it back through. So as you're doing this, you want to keep your chest up, spine nice and long, and those glutes are engaging to pull your leg through. Keep your balance here. 4 to go. 2. And last one. All right, swap to the other side, 10 arabesques. Lift that knee, push it back behind you, and keep your chest up. Now you can probably see I'm wobbling a little bit more on my right side. Pretty normal to have a side that doesn't balance as well. It just means that we have to work a little bit harder, but we shouldn't do less repetitions if we're not working as well on this side. Four more. 3, 2, and last one. Pull it through. If you didn't fall that whole time, well done, you've got very good balance. We're gonna now continue on with some of our glute work, but we're gonna grab our TheraBand. So, if you have a TheraBand like this, just place it around your thighs. If it's not tied up yet, bring your feet really nice and close together and then tie that band around so that when you step your feet apart, you've got some nice resistance around your legs. If you don't have a band, you can do the full sequence without the band. That's okay. Just do what you can with what equipment you've got. So, we're going to start back to our favorite. We're going to do our squats. We're going to just start with our feet hip width apart. If you have that band around your thighs, it's going to give you just some extra feedback into your bottom muscles and make you work that a little bit harder. Now, the next time we go down, we're going to add a little turn out with our knees, pressing out into that band. Initiate that turn out from the hips, so you feel like your legs are two little doors and your hinge is at the hip. You want to open at the hip. All right, hopefully everyone's got their technique down now. We're going to start to add an extra turn out every time we go down. So I'm up to 3 now. And we're going to work all the way up to 10 and then all the way back down. 3, 4. Now pace yourself throughout. If you can't keep up with me, that's okay. If you want to go faster than me, that's also okay. Remember your little door hinges. 3. All right, I'm up to 7. Your glute should be on fire by now. 5, 6, 7, Don't forget your breathing. Don't hold your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth as you feel the burn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, number 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up. Have a little rest. We're going to work our way all the way back down now. So give your legs a little shake in preparation, and then let's squat down and we'll start from 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up and down. If you're not feeling your glutes by now, you should make sure that your hips are just tucked under, so that tailbone is tucking down towards the ground. Come up a little bit higher and try and sit back into your heels. Hopefully that gets your glutes working a little bit harder. If you feel like those glutes are already nice and switched on, see if you can sink a little bit deeper into your heels. Work harder. I think I'm up to 7 for the last 7. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're nearly there. Halfway through our last bit, and it only gets easier from here, which is a good thing. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 2. 1, 2, and 1 last one. Great work. All right. We are going to finish off the TheraBand series with some crab walking. So, crab walking, we come into a little squat. Keep that tailbone tucked back. Let's start with the right leg. We're going to step that right leg out to the side and then bring the other leg in. Try and keep a bit of resistance on the band the whole way through. Remember your little doors. You still want to be opening up at that hip hinge. I may disappear out of screen, but I will come back. All right, swap legs and step. Tiny little steps. If you do big ones, make sure you're keeping resistance on the band as you bring the other leg through. We're doing 2 laps, no stopping. And all the way back. Nearly done. And then we'll give our butt a rest. 3, 2, and 1. All right, standing up, take your band off. Or if you didn't have a band, just have a rest. Let's come down into a side lying position. So, when we're in side lying, let's make a really nice fist with our hand, pop it down on the mat, and then pop our elbow down. From here, make sure your shoulder sits just over your elbow and you're opening your chest out in front. We're going to start with our knees bent in front of us, just about 90 degrees, and our side waist is nice and long. We're going to start with some hip dips, so lifting those hips up so you straighten out through the top of your body and then dropping back down. As you do this, try and feel like you're engaging through the abdominals and you're using them to initiate the movement. So you're scooping through that belly, lifting through the side waist, and then dropping back down. This is a really nice way start to activate those abs, but also work on some shoulder strength. Let's do 4 more. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, we're going to do some side planks. Everyone's favorite activity. You can either choose to do them in this position, or if you want a harder option, you can have your feet out long. So if you're kneeling, you're going to pop those hips up, push your hips forward, and get that nice lift up through here. If you're on your toes, reach them out long, push up, and lift. So we just did those hip dips. You want to initiate with the hip dip, then push up into whatever position you're going to hold. We're going to do 3 lots of 10 seconds together. All right. Nice deep breath in, breathing out, lift those hips up, keep your belly scooped in, and we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it back down. Give your shoulder a little bit of a roll out. Let's go again. 2 more to go. Big breath in and breathe out. Pop up. Hold it. Stay nice and strong for another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and drop it down. One last side here. Shoulders a little roll. Breath in and breath out. Pop up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right. Have a little rest. Turn onto your front. Sit back into a child's pose. You can either have your arms folded or you can reach your arms out long. Whatever feels the most comfortable for you. I prefer my arms folded because it just helps me keep my neck nice and straight. And we'll just hold and relax. Come into a 4-point kneel position for a second. Take a really nice deep breath in and just round up through the upper back. Stretch out your shoulders a bit and then breath out up through the chest and open up through the chest. Breath in, pull up, and breath out, open back up. 1 more. And out. All right, and relax. We should be ready to do our side planks on the other side now. So, start in your side position, elbow down, make a nice fist with your hand, and get that shoulder in line with your elbow. We will start with our little hip dips first, dropping down and lifting back up. Scoop through the belly button. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. And get those abs working again. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Lift. Okay, from here, we're coming into our 3 lots of side planks, either on your knees or out on your feet, whichever works best for you. We're going to take a big breath in and breathe out, pop up and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax back down. Give your shoulders a roll. Breath in. Breathe out. Pop up. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. This last one, make sure that fist is pressing really nice and strong into the mat. Big breath in and pop up, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pop down. Turn onto your front and come back into your child's pose. And big breath in and out. For 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to finish this workout with a nice bit of ab work. So turn onto your back and we'll come into a seated position. From here, we're going to start with some roll back. So bring your knees together, squeeze your inner thighs together nice and tight. Reach your arms out. We're going to initiate this movement from the pelvis, tucking the tailbone under, and we're slowly going to roll back. We're not going to roll back all the way. We're going to come about halfway down, and then we're going to re-stack all the way back up tall. You want to feel like you're dropping one spinal bone down at a time as you roll towards your mat, scooping through the belly as you go down, and then chest comes up first and come all the way up tall. If you're doing this at home, you want to make sure that you're not feeling any tension into your spine as you go down. Abdominals should be working. A little bit of quad activation and hamstrings okay as you go down, but you shouldn't be feeling any loading into your back. If you are, maybe try and go down not as far, so come down maybe about a quarter of the way, where you still feel like your abs are working, but you're not getting any pain into your back. We'll do a couple more of these. And one last one. Okay, we're going to progress it now. So we are going to roll down, scooping through that belly till we get about halfway. Hold it now, and we're going to slowly float our legs up into a tabletop position. Your options, if that is too much, is to just do some single leg alternating work. If you feel like you can, hold the tabletop, and from here, do your single leg work. Keep your chest up. A little bit of a shake is okay. We've got a lot of a shake going on, if you can see. We got 3 more toe taps on each side. And last one. And pop back up. And rest. Lean over your feet for a second. And relax. Okay. Come onto your back. All the way down. We're going to start with a little chest lift here. So we want to lift that chest up. Gentle chin tuck as we come up, and then popping back down. So from here, it's kind of like we're doing the roll down, but from the opposite side of our body. Once you feel comfortable, come into a tabletop position, one leg at a time, hold it, and then add your chest lift in. Couple of these. Keep that chin tuck. If you don't feel comfortable with your chest lift, if it feels a bit too much for your neck, one, take your hands behind your head. If that still feels too much, just hold your legs in tabletop and focus on that low tummy activation. 3 more before our last progression. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to do some little bicycles. We are going to come up through the chest, hold it, and one at a time, one leg's going to extend as we reach for the other leg. Make sure those knees do not come past your hips. You've got control in your movements here. If you were not doing your chest lift, you can stay down and still do the movement. Choose your option. We are going to do 5 more on each leg. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, and last 1, and 1, and roll back. Good job. All right, bring your knees into your chest, hug them in nice and tight, and just let your knees fall from side to side. Relax them down, straighten one leg out, bring the other leg in towards your chest and hug it in, and then bring that foot across your body and stretch it out. Little side to side motion with your leg as well. Keep the other leg nice and still. And drop it down, swap sides, hug your knee into your chest first. Take your foot around, and then a little roll side to side. And release it out. All right, you're all done. That was a nice little workout. Hopefully everyone feels nice and warm and worked out and ready to get on with the rest of their day. Thanks for joining in.